Hey collective, how you going today? So I was thinking, with a new moon approaching in 2 days, if we might do some intention setting via the cards. If you're unaware, the new moon is where you set your intentions for the next moon cycle, and yeah, they can be anything really, big, small, step by step kind of things. But yeah, let's get into it. So today I've got the Moonology Oracle deck, and we'll pull some cards from that, and then we will get some tarot for some more information. All right. Bottom of the deck energy, new moon in Scorpio, which we just had. So maybe there are some things that you set at that new moon that still need a little bit of completion with this new moon, and setting intentions for it. So let's keep that in mind as we do the reading. Like I said, like, we can set intentions, but it may take, you know, a certain number of moon cycles to complete the goal that those intentions have. All right. So, you know, set yourself achievable intentions. All right. Always remembering and believing in magic, but also having one foot on the ground. All right. Let's see what the cards have to say to us today. Universe, healed ancestors, what guidance can we give to the collective today in regards to setting their intentions for the new moon in Sag? Okay, the first card out is you are good enough. So maybe one of the intentions that needs to be set for the new moon in Sag is you building up your self-worth, self-love, self-acceptance, self-forgiveness, all of those things that feed who we are and make us into healthier, happier people, right? So that's full moon in Virgo energy. Okay, we've got a nothing will come of this situation. Void of course moon. So maybe that there's something that you've been wanting. Maybe there's something happening in your life, and you're a little bit worried about how it's all going to play out. The intuitive message I'm getting from this card is the nothing that's going to come from this situation is a nothing to worry about, nothing to get yourself tied up in knots about. But of course, if there is something that you have been overthinking, if there is something that you have been hoping for but not sure about, this could be an indication that you need to set intentions to release whatever this is, okay? bring love into the situation. So one of the other things that would be good for setting an intention about is practicing unconditional love and acceptance. That's not me saying you have to go around and unconditionally love everyone and everything in a way that you would unconditionally love your children or your partner or your parents or your siblings or whatever. It's, I guess, a holding space for everybody's different experiences and respecting that we're all at different parts of our journey, and sometimes when there's conflict, sometimes when there's unresolved stuff, bringing our hurt and rage and, you know, the rage that's driven by ego, not the rage that's driven by that deep unconditional love and sovereignty and those kinds of things, but that fury that's driven by ego or the judgment or the whatevers, you know, transmuting that into a form of unconditional love of where are people at, and that is where I'll meet them. Doesn't mean that I have to keep regular contact or anything like that, but it's holding that space of, I don't necessarily need these people in my life, but I release them with love, you know. And the bottom of the deck energy is, the energy is gaining momentum. The waxing moon. I think we're in the waxing moon at the moment. So that energy is gaining momentum is interesting because I've really been feeling that energy the last few days. A couple of days before that, my energy was so heavy. That really dense, murky energy. But 2 days before today, I woke up and felt that something had kind of been released, and that's 2-day blockage that I felt I had was gone. Anyway, I'm feeling a little bit of momentum moving at the moment. But what's coming to my mind is also, you know, maybe setting an intention about being patient with the speed of the movement of things. I'm drawn back to Angela Davies talking about, you know, that she knows she'll never see in her lifetime the results from the enormous amount of work that she's done in activist spaces. And that's the work of world changes, is you are doing work that you will probably never see the results of, but the work needs to be done anyway. So, you know, while the momentum is gaining, we should be rolling with it, you know, and taking advantage of that. I'm going to get a little bit of info from the book for each of these cards. Full moons are up here. Full moon in Virgo. This says that worrying too much will attract more things to worry about. Have you been overly critical? An apology may be in order. Stop second guessing yourself. Raise your karma by doing something good for somebody else. So maybe these are some of these things are intentions that you can set for the next moon cycle. And it's telling you that be really honest. Be really honest as you set these intentions with yourself. Understand why you are doing it, why you're setting these intentions, to strengthen those intentions. But definitely this card is saying, you know, that, you know, there's some of you in the collective that are really underrating yourself. Hi. But it's a work in progress, okay? So you may have to set the intention this month that you are going to speak better to yourself, to change those subconscious thoughts. And to put on the bonfire that horrible messaging that was drilled into you, you know, when you were younger and probably into your adult years. So think about setting an intention to catch your worrying thoughts and change them to, what if this does go right? Change those overly critical thoughts to, I'm sorry, I love you. You are enough. When those thoughts come in that challenge your trust in yourself, ask them. Ask those thoughts, why are you so confident that I am untrustworthy for myself? Because if I'm trustworthy for other people, of course I'm trustworthy for myself, you know? That's, why am I believing these things, you know? And raising your vibration, your energy. Karma is good and bad. So, and energy is energy, right? So putting good energy out there elevates the collective consciousness. That is doing good work, you know? Maybe another intention you might set for yourself this new moon is to declutter your life, your home, your office. And start having a look at what's no longer serving you, you know, what's no longer serving your growth, your soul growth, your human growth, your maybe an intention that you're going to set for yourself is that you're going to start doing more like energy clearing, having salt baths and practicing more meditation, grounding yourself, like I said at the beginning of the reading, remembering to keep one foot on the ground, you know. The nothing will come of this. I wonder where that's in this book. What's it called? Void of course, moon. In phases. Sorry. I wonder if there's like a 102. Sorry about the delay. I should have looked at the menu the first time. Okay, so as far as intention setting with this card goes, is, I guess, surrendering, I'm going to say. Surrendering to not knowing how things are going to play out, and letting go of any expectations of how things are going to play out. And maybe the intention you need to set for yourself with this card is, I trust in my highest good. So if something isn't going to pan out the way you want it to, trust that there's something better around the corner. If you are worrying about something that you shouldn't be, back to that you are not good enough card, nothing is going to come from that worry that is going to be for your highest good, okay? So yeah, intention, surrender to the divine. And then we've got the new moon in Aquarius. And the recommendations for that one is, with the bringing love into a situation, practice detachment, practice thinking outside the box. And again, it's calling on you to raise your own vibration by doing something that raises the vibration of the collective. And yeah, this is about focusing on forward movement. So, and then we've got the energies gaining momentum. So capitalize on that momentum change and this new moon in Aquarius energy to move things forward. Okay. Don't look back. And how important it is to believe that the change that you want and need, you are deserving of and that you will achieve, okay? And a reminder to be loving and not too pragmatic. Then let's get the bottom of the deck energy. Boxing. $98. Quickly squeeze at that one. Okay, so another intention is your dreams can become reality. Your intention can be to put more effort into what you're trying to achieve. Your intention could be to spend some time reviewing your goals and ensure you're still committed to them. But most importantly, set an intention to keep moving forward no matter what. All right, so let us get some tarot to see what further guidance we can offer. Bottom of the deck energy, Queen of Cups, just really bringing the love into the situation. It's that, you know, more love, less pragmatism. The Nine of Wands in the split, you know, some perseverance. With the Sun in the split, you know, clarity, happiness, being able to shine a light on things that maybe have been hidden. Let's see what tarot advice we have for the collective. And sneezing. What other things can the collective focus on when setting intentions for the new moon in Sag, universe, and healed ancestors? Okay, we've got the Six of Swords. Six of Swords talks of, you know, you've been through a little bit of chaos and you've made the decision. Maybe the intention that you need to set in regards to you are good enough is that you're going to, you know, move to calmer waters, move away from what doesn't serve you and move towards things that resonate more with you, your soul, who you are. All right. Bottom of the deck energy for that is the Three of Cups. So maybe you're looking at moving away from something that's been making you feel heavy, something that's been making you feel stuck, or like having poor self-esteem is, you know, it does tend to keep us stuck in certain cycles, stuck with certain people. The Six of Swords is saying we're moving away from that. We're moving to calmer waters, and we're looking to ground ourselves in community and celebration and love and acceptance and all of those things. But it's important to remember that seeking that love, acceptance, and belonging from outside of you is not going to give you that feeling on the inside that's lasting, all right? It's that your worth is not dependent on how other people see you. Because everyone's got their own shit. Remember that. Everyone's got their own shit, and a lot of people are walking through this world with their trauma goggles on, not seeing things for what they really are and only seeing them for what their trauma is telling them it is. So, and no judgment, because trauma is a fucking shit of a thing to work through, you know? But just remember that, and that's that, you know, holding space for where people are at. Nothing will come of this situation. Knight of Swords is saying you need to find some clarity and truth and move on it. That whether it's your own thoughts that are creating scenarios of doom, or whether it's that you are trying to work out a situation where should I stay or should I go kind of thing. Knight of Swords is saying have a really honest conversation with yourself. With you, not with your ego, but with yourself, and talk to other people if you need to, you know, to kind of nut it out. With the Five of Wands on the bottom, there's, you know, maybe it's a situation where there's been quite a bit of conflict and you have stayed and tried to wait it out, and you have tried to offer solutions and encourage healing and encourage critical thought and encourage, you know, kinds of transformative ways of relationship repair. And Spirit, the universe, are really saying it's time for you to move to calmer waters with that. It's time for you to get clear and take action. Okay, what other advice can we offer? What other oh, we got one fell down here. Whoop, it's the Three of Cups again, which is bring love into the situation. So yeah, maybe an intention is that you are going to start reinforcing your place in community, that you are going to realize you are good enough, that you do belong, that nothing good is going to come from staying in that you are not good enough place. Nothing that serves you, your higher self or whatever, but, you know, moving into the calmer waters, moving into good friendship bonds, healthy friendship bonds, where it's not surface level, but it's deep, it's intimate, it's loving, it's caring, it's accountable, it's, you know, all of those things that build strong relationships. So set yourself an intention that you are going to experience more joy, more connection, more happy times, and that you are good enough, you are deserving, and that it's never been okay that anyone made you feel that you weren't, you know, or that media, advertising, you know, that constant bombardment of you need to look like this, you need to sound like that, you need this kind of job, you need this in your bank account, you need, you know, no. All right. Need some more information on that card, actually. We've got the Nine of Swords. Maybe this is something that you've been losing sleep over. Maybe it's maybe your general anxiety is a little bit heightened right now. Maybe this overthinking, that you need to set an intention to try and get on top of that. And sometimes getting on top of that means whatever you're overthinking about, you need to just talk about, you know. Talk about, doesn't have to be in any particular way, but like, it could be, maybe you might write poetry, maybe you're an artist and you express these overbearing thoughts and anxieties and nightmares, and maybe use art to express those things. But find what works for you, yeah? Because that's not a nice place to be. It's not a nice place to be at all. So, any more advice on this Nine of Swords for the collective before we close out the reading? Okay, so we got the Tower. Okay, so if you've had a Tower type moment in your life, a Tower moment is like where your reality is kind of shifted and you have to really take a good hard look at how things are working in your life. And maybe that's what's causing anxiety for you. You realize, I've been self-sabotaging, I've been working against myself, and a Tower moment has come in to make this all really aware, me really aware that this is what I've been doing. Don't try and stop that Tower from collapsing. Let it, because it will help you shed what no longer serves you. But you have to have the courage in order to shed that stuff, okay? And stand by it. Because we are moving to calmer waters, all right? There is going to be clarity of thought. And there is going to be joy, celebration, and community. But it's all important that we are setting strong intentions for this with the new moon and doing the work that we need to see these intentions come to fruition with the full moon so that we can harvest. All right? Okay. Have a good day. I will be back on Sunday, if not tomorrow. I don't know. It will depend on how I feel tomorrow. But I'll be back on Sunday with a Self-Care Sunday read. And thank you to my new followers. And